have entered the prep zone. Boys soccer, Lakeshore, first round of the playoffs. It's our second game today. If you didn't see the first one, but you can see it because you can watch Channel 13. That was Mandeville over McKinley, 3-1. Now, game two in this day, John Sartori, Charles Tiger Edwards, we're still in the playoffs. We're not out of the playoffs. One of these teams is going to be out of the playoffs. Give us the rundown on this game.
Well, both of these teams tonight have both been in the top 10 the last 2 years when it comes to playoffs, Lakeshore and DeRidder here tonight. So even though they're ranked 13th at Lakeshore and 20th in DeRidder, it could be a really competitive game tonight, even though they're 7 seeds away. Lakeshore is a team that has a lot of playoff experience as well as DeRidder, so it should be in store for a really great playoff matchup.
Hey, DeRidder, nickname the Dragons. I want some Fireball to warm me up because it's cooling down. It may warm up, though, on this pitch tonight. It is Lakeshore at home against DeRidder. Pre-game with Coach Andrew Knock. Coach, first round of the playoffs now. Talk a little bit about, because you're the 13th seed, and in the previous years you've been higher. Obviously, the coaches picked before. Now power rankings. Talk a little bit about that and how it's come out this year.
Well, we had a few games. We were playing a little sluggish at one point in the year, a few losses that really were hurting us in the power rankings. So I think we played a decent schedule, some decent teams that would prepare us no matter where we were in the power rankings to play in the playoffs. So I'm not disappointed with where we are. You know, you're going to have to beat everybody if you want to win the whole thing anyway.
Okay, you have DeRidder. Do you know anything about the Dragon?
I got a few little tidbits here and there for some coaches. They're a strong team, always have been a strong team. If I remember correctly, they were top 10 team last year, and possibly even the year before. So we're definitely not overlooking them. We're going to come out and try to play them strong and win the game.
What do you think is going to be the key to you getting a victory today?
I think we need to set the pace early, set the game pace early. If we want to slow it down, we'll slow it down. If we want to pick it up, we pick it up. But the key is to not react to them, but to set it ourselves.
Pre-game was Coach Hodges. DeRidder, first time we're going to see the Dragons. Give us the rundown on how your season's gone.
It's been an interesting one. It's been a lot of ups and downs. We've had really strong games, and then there's times that we've struggled a little bit. It just depends on what night, usually. So.
Well, we're in the playoffs, and I guess your kids know that now. So first round, there will be no more nights if we don't win tonight. Obviously,
that's a fact. Yeah, I've kind of prepped them all week for it. You know, I have quite a few seniors on the team. And I've told them, that's it. You lose, that's it. You hang up your cleats.
Tonight you got Lakeshore, 13th seed. The seeding, you're not that far apart, so it looks like it could be whoever exerts their will on someone else.
Seeding to me is kind of an interesting thing to look at. I look more toward head-to-head opponents, and we do have a common opponent. Actually, it's a district team of ours, so I look more into that than I do seedings, because sometimes seedings don't always tell the whole story.
That's true. What is your team going to need to do tonight to get a victory over Lakeshore here?
Well, we are going with a backup keeper because my starting keeper has a concussion, so we're going to need to play very good defense tonight. Obviously, we're going to have to score a goal, but primarily it's going to be one with the defense tonight.
Jonathan Dollar and Keegan Stanworth kick us off from Lakeshore. It's round 1 Division II action from Lakeshore High School in Mandeville, Louisiana, between the Lakeshore Titans and the DeRidder Dragons.
And we have our first throw-in coming.
Looks like Jared Gilliard is going to take the throw-in for the Dragons. Nice throw down that near sideline.
That one went right by Nava, and he didn't see it. A throw in now, way up the field, and Gilliard will do it again as a good opportunity here early for the Dragons.
Throw in. It gets behind Ben Nieto.
Ooh, there was an attempt on a fan and I'm not going to say half-hearted, but he didn't get all of that, Eduardo Canol.
Ryan Miller gives to Blake Villars in the middle of the field, and that one's stolen away. Michael Paulson tries to split the D, can't quite do it. Pass stolen away by Tyler Wright. Gilliard. So both teams just, as you always see, settling in here in the first half.
They get kind of tied up sometimes in the midfield till somebody gets control.
And here's some control. Jonathan Dollar. Now Gabe Vidal. Back to Dollar. Give and go to Villars. Shot by Dollar is going to be wide right. And it'll be a goal kick for C.J. Denning, a freshman goalkeeper, as Tyler Husak, the normal starter for the DeRidder Dragons, is unfortunately out of this round one game with a concussion.
Actually, it'll be Kevin Erpelding. Erpelding, thank you.
He's the goalkeeper?
No, he took the goal kick.
Ah. Miller on the near side.
Nice ball right here. Got to be a centering.
Vidal line drive in. Shot, and it's a goal! Keegan Stanworth, the junior, gives Lakeshore an early 1-0 lead. We're not even 3 minutes in, and Lakeshore on the board for first. The score is Lakeshore Titans 1 and the DeRidder Dragons 0.
Hey, hats off to Vidal for the pass. That was beautiful. And Stanworth deposited in the goal for an early lead here.
That pass stolen away, and Lakeshore on the move again. Dollar steals that one. Shot against Stanworth. This time it's going to be wide left of the goal for a goal kick.
Oh, as you would expect, someone gets a quick goal, then everybody else is saying to themselves, feeding frenzy. It's like the Sharks are circling. Give me a chance. Give me a chance. Let me take a shot. We've penetrated their defense. Let me try. Let me be the next one. Erpelding.
That one heading out of bounds off a Titan. Throw in for DeRidder. Talked about C.J. Denning, the freshman, the backup goalkeeper, getting the start. The other goalkeeper for the Lakeshore Titans, Joseph Collins, another backup, as the normal start, and Jordan Hall suffered a leg injury against East Jefferson earlier this year, and he's been knocked out for the rest of the season. So Collins has had to step up this latter part of the year, and he's going to be the goalkeeper from here on out for the Titans.
Nice steal by DeRidder there.
Uh-oh, here we go. Collins doing a great job. Corner's mark! Looked like that one was going to fall right back into the hands of Alexi Nava for an easy goal, but it heads out of bounds, and a huge break for the Titans that time.
That I think Roadhorse got hammered with that ball.
You see him. He's down there.
Yeah, he got hammered with the ball, and like you said, it appeared maybe it would ricochet right back with Collins behind him, Roadhorse behind him. It appeared that Nava would have an open goal, but the ball went out of bounds. We got a timeout on the field. No, the score is Lakeshore 1, DeRidder 0. Big opportunity. We're back to the action. Big opportunity for the Dragons to draw even here as they'll get a throw in.
Throw in from Gilliard into the box. Nothing happening there.
No blue jerseys around. Nice play there.
Paulson, a long run here. Nice move. Racing for it with Sexton. And DeRidder clears it with Ben Nieto. Here's a chance for the Dragons. Nava can't get to it. Nice play by Vidal.
Good defense. And there, pop it back in there. Nava.
Shoo!
Wow. You saw the hands go, Canol's hand go back behind his head like, oh, that ball just came off of my foot a little too far. Wow.
Nieto puts it back down.
I'm seeing early that the Dragons do not mind throwing that ball way up the field in hopes that Alexi Nava can run under it and get an opportunity. He's been stifled a couple of times here early. Good defense and fortunate bounces leading the way.
Paulson giving chase, gets to the ball.
Good effort by Paulson right there. Goes outside, inside, outside.
Loses the ball. Ball still loose. But DeRidder is going to dodge a huge bullet that time.
No other white jerseys in the area to come in. If someone would have followed up on that, they'd have had an easy goal. There just appeared to be way too many people standing around. Nava, the striker, is momentarily taken off of it.
Great effort there to get it back to Gilliard, but Krieger clears. Stanworth with a long run, the goal scorer. Chips out one ahead for Villars.
Centering pass coming, there it is. Defender. Everybody was back post that way at that time. If someone would have had middle on that, they would have had an opportunity.
It'll be a shot opportunity. This one's way too high.
Follow the bouncing ball. That one's ball. It's just hard to kick a bouncing ball and get the power and the distance and everything just right. Eppelding, excuse me, to kick.
Kicks that one away to midfield. Morrow sends it back the other way. Titans on the attack again. Paulson. Outside to Ryan Miller. Dollar. Nice pass.
Ooh.
Miller can't capitalize.
I thought Miller should have pulled the trigger on that one.
Beautiful cross, but it's just out of the reach of the diving Matthew Romano, and it'll be a goal kick.
I think that was a missed opportunity there for a goal.
This one's going to be kicked out of danger by Joseph Collins. Down to the other end of the field.
Quickly the other way.
Dollar. Nice move. Takes back possession. Nice pass to Paulson. Paulson with a shot. Ricochet, shot and a goal! Keegan Stanworth, his second goal of the game. And this Lakeshore lead goes from 1 to 2. The score is now the Lakeshore Titans 2 and the DeRidder Dragons 0.
Right there, rebound came out as it had happened earlier, and this time it was deposited quickly in the goal. Denning, who gave up that goal, was crouched down, probably thinking to himself, I could have done this or I could have done that, or I wish I'd have wrapped it up. Right now, he's got to put that in the far reaches in the back of his mind, and not even, that can't even be a situation. You got to play on at this point.
Dollar
Nice
beats
play.
back. Paulson couldn't handle that one. It'll result in a Lakeshore turnover. Coming the other way now. Fuentes. Now the Titans take it back. Paulson. Miscommunication. And cleared by Hunter Hodges. Dollar beats 2 defenders to the ball.
Great play by Dollar.
Villars, nice move. He'll get it back out to Miller. Poor pass stolen.
No one in the middle.
Morrow will take a shot from distance. Ricochets off the defender, but there's no white jerseys there, and it'll be scooped up by C.J. Denning.
They could get a middle player, a midfielder or striker in the middle. That's where you're going to get some shots.
Dollar somehow able to keep it. He puts a shot that is going to be wide right of the goal. Another goal kick for Kevin Erpelding. Villars takes that one away. Long run. Blake Villars. Shot blocked. Paulson. Knocked off the ball by Nieto.
Gilliard, that one came off kind of squirrely, and then it is then deposited way in the back, and another goal kick. One of the things that I'm noticing is that Lakeshore has a decided height advantage and is doing a great job of winning all these 50-50 balls that they're getting control just like this.
Villars, nice move. And that just got into too many blue jerseys that time. Stanworth chips this one across the field. Nice pass to Miller.
Right now, they're really relaxed and they've gotten into the flow and control and are moving the ball around, just maintaining control right here. They're going to find an opening here pretty soon.
Paulson gets this one back out to Vidal. Pass to Miller. Shot deflected and scooped up by C.J. Denning.
I think there, if he could have gone back with a little give and go, might have opened up something.
Great pass to Paulson. Nice move to keep it. But one pass too many, stolen away by Ben Nieto. And Roadhorse sends this one out of bounds before Alexi Nava could get to it.
Again, relying on a long kick for Nava to try to run under. That's their offense. Their counterattack, their offense, is to throw the ball up the field for Nava to make a run on. They had a couple of opportunities early, did not convert, and they sit right now behind 2-0.
Jerron Gilliard sends that one into Nava. He'll get it back and knocks Paulson back off the ball. Sends one in, and it's going to be cleared. Morrow showing the speed. Great pass to Dollar on the outside. Dollar moves inside, makes another miss, trips over the ball, and gets it back out to Miller, who takes a shot. It's wide right of the goal. Great effort by Dollar.
Wow. Dollar got his foot caught up on the ball and ended up tripping himself. And but he had the wherewithal to get it back and keep the play alive. So kudos on that effort.
Looked like a handball. They're not going to get it. Both players
play
stopped playing, and now they will take it. Paulson beats Nieto, puts a shot on goal, and it is too high. Goal kick for Erbelding and DeRidder.
Just under 22 minutes to go, first half, 2-0. Titans over the Dragons, first round of the playoffs. This is Division II. LHSAA, by-district round. The first of 5 games you must win if you want to be crowned the state champion.
If we took school mascots and actually had them face off, this would probably be the most interesting matchup. A Titan and a Dragon.
This is true. That's a good, never thought of that one, but that's
I'd pay.
Okay, here's what I'm thinking. My initial thought, because you just brought it up,
yeah.
You know, boom, in my head. Fire coming out of the dragon's snout, right? And there's the Titan with all that steel to block it. Now, what happens after that? Are the Titans dragon slayers? Stay tuned.
Long run here. They're going to call it offsides.
What?
Oh, man.
Under what game? I'm sorry. There was someone right here. There was someone right here when the ball was right there up the field. So, wrong answer. Thanks for playing. Nonetheless, we play on.
This one cleared. And the Titans are going to have to reset, but giving chase is Nava. Not going to get to it, though.
It's an interesting offensive theory and scheme that they're exploring, the Dragons.
Yeah, they don't really try to control the ball. They try to dump it down there and hope that the speed of Nava is able to win the race. It hasn't been the case tonight yet. Miller, a long run, splits the D, and it's scooped up by the goalie.
Nice play there. I just don't see enough white jerseys get in the play once it gets way down there. There's an excellent job right here of passing. You'll see it. And playing off of that, but not pushing up in the attack toward the end, I mean. Gilliard loses that one and is disgusted.
Dollar across the field. Villars back to Paulson. He'll take a shot from distance. And that was off the crossbar. And it'll be a goal kick.
Some substitutions. Wow, DeRidder sets for another goal kick.
Villar steals that pass, gets it outside. Stanworth splits the D, wins the race, still has it, knocked off the ball. Paulson has it, shot! Again, too high.
I think he let that ball roll out for Paulson to get it. And good effort from Michael Paulson, a little high. So Sartori time. Let me check on John Sartori's time the last couple of days. Give us a rundown of exactly what you've been doing, so the people at home know what an intern at Channel 13 might be involved in.
Well, playoffs started, and 12 of our 16 soccer teams are in. So been commentating a lot of that on Thursday. The Lakeshore girls dominated Ellender and won here at Lakeshore 9-0. You can check out that game. And also last night at North Shore, we saw a double header. North Shore boys and girls both able to get the win. The Barb Lady Bucks gave the Lady Panthers a run for their money. The Lady Panthers were able to come out on top of that game 2-0, and in really a classic matchup and one of the better games that we've seen all season. Saw some great play last night between the New Iberia Yellow Jackets and the North Shore Panthers. A 1-1 game that went into overtime, and in the second 10-minute session of that overtime, North Shore was able to put the ball in the back of the net and was able to come out on top of that one. So far, and today, we also saw a game. If you saw the intro, you know that Mandeville was able to come out on top over
that team, McKinley.
McKinley.
Yeah.
Was on top over McKinley from Baton Rouge by a score of 3-1. So we're undefeated. We're 4-0 in the prep zone in the playoffs.
Actually, we're 5. We've done another game that you and I did not do, and that was Fontainebleau and Hanville, and the Fontainebleau girls won that.
Very good.
And word is that last night the Fontainebleau boys got a big upset victory over a team up north.
Wow.
They were, I want to say it was a 28 or 25th seed, and they beat the 8th seed. So they'll be having a home game this coming week, as there's not going to be any shortage of soccer on Channel 13 in the next week here as we roll out playoff game after playoff game. So you've been a busy lad, have you?
I indeed have.
Three
days of soccer.
3 days of soccer, 5 games. Not too shabby, my friend. Not too shabby.
Not at all. Wrapping it up here on a Saturday night at Lakeshore High School, as we see a foul called on Ryan Miller there.
It's always kind of funny when you hear the reaction from the crowd. Oh! And then the referee has blown the whistle. Okay, good. You You called it right that time. Ooh, that header way back. Nice job.
Swing and a miss. Paulson's able to take advantage. He gets back to Morrow. So just over 13 minutes to play first half, in a first half that Lakeshore has really dominated for the most part. DeRidder hasn't gotten anything offensively to go their way, as they don't have a shot on goal yet. And Lakeshore, Keegan Stanworth, has been the offense. 2 goals for the junior, and he's the reason why Lakeshore has a 2-0 lead with 13 minutes to play first half.
That's a monster kick.
Very dangerous.
Oh, yeah. Nava.
Nava able to settle it down. He'll get a shot off, but it's blocked. Great play by Gabe Vidal.
Always an answer. The back line so far tonight for Lakeshore, always the answer. You can hear the DeRidder fans, combination of the DeRidder fans as that ball is floating in the air, knowing Nava might get to you. Your voice raises, and then there's a collective boom when it doesn't happen.
Something I noticed throughout the playoffs, these teams, it's no short trek for many of them. We've seen teams come from Lake Charles, Baton Rouge, and they all travel very, very, very well as DeRidder has, from about 4 hours away to come to Mandeville tonight to take on the Titans. They've, I believe, outdrawn the Titan fans, so they've traveled very, very well to tonight's game.
I don't know. We have some late arrivers here. I don't know who's going to win this spirit stick. Is that what you were handing out?
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, at halftime. That's the halftime presentation. Out of bounds, DeRidder with a throw in. Some stats on these two teams. Lakeshore, they were ranked top 10 in the coaches poll, but the LHSAA changed to power rankings for the playoffs. They come in as the 13 seed with a record of 12-5-3 for DeRidder. 20 seed with a record of 9 wins, 12 losses, and 2 ties.
Coach Hodges made mention of his team having a very up and down season. Some games really focusing in and playing real well, and other games not so well. So he said he's interested to see who was going to show up this evening, the good team or the other team.
You see on your screen, Michael Paulson a little slow to get up, but he'll get off under his own power, and he will stay in the game.
No shortage of that kick, that goal kick coming from, oh, ooh. That's a high fly ball in center field.
It'll drop.
It stays in the field, so get as many bases as you can.
Throw in for Lakeshore in striking distance. Line drive, header. Missed opportunity from Michael Paulson there, as it was a beautiful throw.
Yeah, and Paulson broke perfectly into the open spot for it, but the header went a tad bit awry, and so we're back to a goal kick.
Again, it's Erpelding taking it. Kevin Erpelding, very busy man tonight for DeRidder. And here's a long run. Nieto. Back to Gilliard. Jerron Gilliard knocked out the ball by Blake Villars. And out of bounds.
Good defense there by Villars, taking that one away. And they immediately started the counterattack, but it went out of bounds, so throw in.
Throw into Tyler Wright. They send it back for Kevin Erpelding. Villars, nice defensive play on Austin back. Morrow to Miller. Paulson. Nice pass outside to Vidal. Gabe Vidal, good move on Austin back, but this one heading towards the sideline, kept in bounds. Dollar, stutter step, great move, but even better defense from DeRidder. And they're gonna call handball.
Or it was touched by. It was touched by Lakeshore, went out, so throw in will belong to the DeRidder Dragons.
Alexi Nava knocked out the ball, foul. Good call there. And so from 25 yards out, or 30 yards out, I should say, it'll be a free kick for Kevin Erpelding and the DeRidder Dragons.
It's supposed to be 10 yards. The ball is on the 15, so they need to back him up to the, which he's doing it now. Excuse me, it's on the 25. Back him up to the 15. It's pretty easy with those numbers.
Paulson arguing with the ref about his position, and you see a conference there between them.
I'm sure he's explaining it.
Still some confusion from those Lakeshore players, as here we go. They put this one on goal, and it's easily scooped up by Joseph Collins. Collins letting his team reset, and he punts this one away. High, booming punt.
7 minutes to go in the half. Better not misplay it, and they did.
Stanworth, 2 goals already. Can he make it 3? Gets into the middle of the field, puts a shot on goal, and it almost finds its way in. Off the goalie and the crossbar. Corner kick upcoming for Lakeshore.
Denning somehow got enough on that to steer it over the goal. But the result of it is a corner kick. Paulson will take that.
With the right foot, cross, back into the box. Nice play to come out and get that one by Denning. Punts away. Nava beats Morrow. Morrow gets back as Nava able to control it. Very nice play by Alexi Nava. Through ball. Can't find its intended target in Eduardo Canole, I should say. Goal kick, or throw in for DeRidder deep in Lakeshore territory. Five and a half to play. First half, Jerron Gilliard has a chance to put a nice ball in the mix here and maybe cut this lead to 1.
Dragons gonna have to come up with a good fixed piece right here.
Not happening. Villars. Nice move to stay on it, but Gilliard shields him from it. Keeps it. Stanworth, and now Paulson. Titans on the attack.
Wow, nice pass up there. Dollar trying to pass it to himself and gets enough of it to pass it over. Where's somebody in the middle to drive that ball?
Miller was looking for Stanworth, and it'll be Stanworth called on the foul as he knocked Jerron Gilliard to the ground. And another free kick. Another foul. This time it'll be Gilliard, the guilty party.
I was going to say, how could that not be a foul? And it was.
So from the 45-yard line, Cole Krieger gets it back in play. Paulson splits the D. Makes another man miss. Splits the D one more time. And now has to get it back out for Ryan Miller.
A whistle.
Late whistle. Looks like it's going to go against the Titans.
It looks like he's having it. Oh, it was the referee went over to have a discussion about what it was. Oh, we're going all the way back to this free kick, which I almost commented on was in the wrong spot. And that would have been correct.
Villars gets it out to Stanworth. He beats Nieto. Shot from Stanworth! Blocked away. Denning, nice play. Miller, long run down the near sideline, into the box. Nice move from Austin back. He gets it out. Gilliard. High kick. It's going to hit the turf, bounce up. So now just some back and forth there between midfield and about the 20. Dollar gets it out. Stanworth. A little too much pace on that one. And another foul. Free kick for DeRidder. As we are in stoppage time, first half from Lakeshore, the Titans have come out strong in this round one matchup and have opened up with a 2-0 lead. There's a push. DeRidder coming at him quick. Collision, and another foul. Great pass. Stanworth shot! Wide right. So Keegan Stanworth has been close to that hat trick. He hasn't gotten it yet, and it's still 2-0. And a familiar play for DeRidder in this first half. And a familiar name, Kevin Erpelding, taking the goal kick. Plenty of shots from Lakeshore. Definitely in the double digits as DeRidder still looking for their first of the game. Jonathan Dollar. Stanworth again. Finds Paulson! And it's a goal! Beautiful look from Stanworth to Paulson. And in stoppage time in the first half, Michael Paulson, the senior, makes the score. Lakeshore 3 and DeRidder 0.
Another ball that caromed off of Denning's hands. And another goal, 3-0 first half.
Vidal finds Villars. Vidal tells him to send it down. It's off the foot of Gilliard. Morrow. Dollar with just one man on him. And that is going to do it for our first half in this one. 40 minutes down, 40 minutes to go. The score at the half is the Lakeshore Titans 3 and the DeRidder Dragons 0.
St. Tammany Parish Public Schools, an A-rated school district. Graduates with the highest ACT scores in the state. Facilities with the latest technology. Safe and secure schools. A variety of sports. Fine arts. And learning to last a lifetime.
I'm Superintendent Trey Foles, and this is where we educate every child, every day.
Second half of this Division II by-district game is underway. Gilliard trying to maintain control. It's stolen. And Lakeshore back on the attack again.
Going to see our first foul of the second half here.
Little chat between the referee and one of the participants.
Jonathan Dollar is going to take a free kick here. Definitely a scoring opportunity for the Titans here early second half. Dollar. Oh, the goal hits the crossbar! Shot again off the side of Dollar's foot out of bounds. Woo. A game of inches.
A tad bit too high, that one.
Stolen away by Christian Palma and out of bounds. Lakeshore is going to take it back here.
Not much offense tonight for the Dragons. Conversely, lots of good possession and precision passing by the Titans.
Long run here. Nieto still has it inside the 25.
A lot of white jerseys. That was Nava. They apparently have dropped Nava back out of the front of the attack to the midfield.
Great speed by Ryan Miller. He sends this one across a dribbler. It's easily cleared by Tyler Wright that time.
Yes, my friend, we're well on our way for a 7-for-7 PrepZone games. 7 winners for our teams. St. Tammany Parish representing. Going to hit the second round with at least 8 teams.
Yep. Yeah, we got some teams that have some tall orders ahead of them on the road. We hope for the best, but we are very happy with the 8 teams that are 7 already. We're looking at 8 here at Lakeshore if they can hold on to this lead that are advancing into the second round of the playoffs. Stanworth, long run, and he trucks the defender. No call. Player still down is Hunter Hodges, and that is Stephen Hodges, the coach's son. He's still down, and now is finally able to get up. And I don't know how that one was not called, but play on, and DeRidder is going to have a goal kick. That one taken by Erpelding.
That one got over his head, and a good job running that down and keeping it in play.
Miller just doesn't get height on those crosses, and that's really what hurt him that time. Bailey Sexton just dribbles that one out of bounds. Cole Krieger throw into Josh Sullivan.
Nava.
Nah, got out of bounds on him. DeRidder fans get a little antsy with these officials. Paulson, nice move. Still has it. Gets knocked off the ball. Right to Stanworth. Can't send it home.
Ricochets off of a Dragon.
We'll have a throw in. Stanworth, long run. Miller, cross. Looking for Sullivan, got him. Nice shield from Sexton. Some miscommunication there from the Titans. Sullivan gets it back from Sexton. Titans are going to regroup here. Nice heel flick as they look to get that one to Vidal. Vidal deflects it and heads it back to Krieger by a great play from Vidal. Sullivan battling with Nava there. Floater into the box, headed out. Shot. It's going to be wide right. Goal kick. Substitution. Come in. Dakota Duplessis going to come in the game for DeRidder. He spells number 35, Hunter Hodges.
Well, it appears that we settled back into a continuation of the first half, where Lakeshore has dominated the play and had numerous chances. That ball is in danger for the Dragons, but they are able to clear it out. Nava cannot get to that. That's been kind of the story of the evening. Alexi Nava cannot get to a lot of the balls that have been sent his way, and thus lies the inability to create any scoring by the Dragons.
Definitely not a lack of effort by Nava, as he's been going all out for those balls, but there's been a little too much pace on every single one of them, and Lakeshore has beaten him to the punch.
Or cut him off, that too. Great defense.
Krieger with a throw in. Headed forward for Dollar. Along the sideline, out of bounds. Nice move there. Nieto, Ben Nieto. Loses it. Gilliard. Kicked out.
Nava, who's moved back. Coach Hodges has pushed him back to the midfield. Chipped that one up. Nice ball. And now we'll have a throw in with Gilliard.
Gilliard throws into the box, headed and taken in by the goalkeeper, Joseph Collins. Dollar can't get to it. It's kicked up by Erpelding. Cross headed out by Tyler Wright. Eduardo Canul taken off the ball by Cole Krieger. Blake Villars. Paulson with a long run. Heel looked across. Does so. Received by C.J. Denning, the goalkeeper. And Denning just kicks that one right out of bounds. Lakeshore with a chance. Across. Nice play by Denning to get that one before Titan could head that one into the net. And a pretty nice punt. Roadhorse heads it forward for Paulson around midfield. Long run Paulson. Heel flick to Villars. Wide open field in front of him. They look for Dollar inside. It hits Tyler Wright in the face, trying to get it back. Wright is okay. Josh Sullivan in the corner. Can't quite keep it in bounds. Kevin Erpelding, yet again, taking the goal kick. As we're going to see another substitution, Eduardo Canol looks to be heading out of the game. And he will jog off now. His replacement number 15, Austin, back. Played some pretty good defense for the Dragons tonight. Villars, nice through ball for Dollar, but Dollar just couldn't track it down. They advance this one back. Headed out along the sideline. There it is, Lakeshore throw in. So, 25 minutes to play second half. Lakeshore well on their way to a first-round victory, and will look to go to the second round with the same result. And we talked about it earlier, all the games that we've covered in the Prep Zone this playoff soccer season, all our teams have won. North Shore against Barb, North Shore against New Iberia, Mandeville and McKinley, Lakeshore and Ellender. All those games can be found on Channel 13 and Channel 13's YouTube. Check them all out. They're great games, and this one as well. And it's going to be a pretty exciting postseason in St. Tammany Parish.
In the not-too-shabby department, 8 of our 16 teams are on to the second round.
I'm not a math guy, but I'm pretty sure it's 50%.
That's 50, yes. See, right now I'm going to tell you, you're stealing my stuff. I'm not a math guy. And then you're not a math guy, so we're both not math guys. But we can work it out. Or so said the Beatles. Now, Lakeshore, pretty dominant effort so far.
Mm-hmm. Me being a Lakeshore senior, I've gotten the chance to talk to a lot of the players during the week about this upcoming game, and a lot of them, nobody took DeRidder lightly. Everyone came into this game completely focused on this opponent. Nobody was looking ahead to the second round, and that shows in how dominant they've been tonight.
And that is the key. The old, when you talk to those coaches or interview those coaches and say, when they say we have to take it one game at a time, it sounds trite, but it is, in fact, what you have to do. Nava defended well again. Alexi Nava. No, that's not the throw-in. Come on back, Lexi. It's the yellow line.
Yeah, here at Lakeshore, a much wider field than a lot of these, especially these teams from great distances are used to. They usually just play on the standard football field as the width. Here at Lakeshore, a much wider traditional look on the pitch. Villars. Seeing a lot of good hustle out of both these teams. What a move from Krieger. Just outside the box. He's going to give it up. Dollar now loses it. Or that was Stanworth, excuse me, trying to get it back.
Paulson.
Krieger with it now. Sullivan. Nice move to get around the defender. In Duhan in the corner and out of bounds. Yet another goal kick. A rare occurrence tonight for the DeRidder Dragons.
No, not rare by any means. A common occurrence.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, it's been a long day.
Yeah, it has been. I'm going to venture a number. I'm going to throw a number. We're not math guys, but that's been probably 20, 25.
Yeah.
Erpelding has offered up. He will be a tired young man this evening once he gets back to the friendly confines of DeRidder.
Miller with a long run here. Great speed from Ryan Miller. Nice move on Austin back. Gets it outside. Across is deflected. Right to Villars in the box and cleared.
Wow, good effort to keep it in.
They almost got it to Dollar in there, but a pretty nice play defensively from Kirk Duhon. Clear that one out of there. This one will head out of bounds. And here we go. I'm going to get this time. It is another goal kick, and that has been a common occurrence for the DeRidder Dragons tonight. Still not a shot on goal from DeRidder, and definitely in the double digits are those shots on goal from Lakeshore, just really from the first half. They haven't really threatened here in the second.
But have dominated the play.
Mm-hmm.
Just controlled the ball, the action.
And there you see the time remaining in this one. Second half action. Lakeshore leads 3-0 over DeRidder with 18:50 to play. Second half from Mandeville and Lakeshore High School. Throw in to Paulson. He tries a shot that just doesn't have enough oomph behind it, and it's scooped up easily by C.J. Denning.
That's a pretty good punt right there for a freshman, I must say.
Yeah, Tyler Husak, I don't know what class he is, but his backup has done a pretty decent job. C.J. Denning, a freshman goalkeeper for DeRidder.
Steal here.
Too much pace on it. And a stoppage. Looks like we're going to see a foul against the DeRidder Dragons.
A nice little chat. Let's ratchet it down a little bit. Be careful. Yada, yada, yada.
Beautiful through ball.
Onside.
Too much pace, out of bounds. Ryan Miller couldn't track it.
He was trying to give it to Jonathan Dollar.
Two more subs come in for DeRidder. Austin back checks out as well as Dakota Dupleshin.
Dupleshin.
Dupleshin. Again, a long run. DeRidder hasn't put up much of a buffer against these long runs from Lakeshore all night. Dollar just going to try to reset here. Gets it out to Krieger. Touch pass to Sullivan. Playing on the boundaries now. Heel flick stolen away. Nice defensive play from Bailey Sexton.
That's pretty much the story of the game for DeRidder. They defend, then they try to kick it up the field to find somebody, and then basically Lakeshore takes control, brings it down, and tries to create something else, and then they kick it away, and you've heard the rest of the story.
Nice throw-in from John Gauthier. And a collision. The fans and Hunter Hodges want a foul. They are not going to get it.
Gatier with the throw-in. See, Duplessis and Gatier, we need Coach Brenda Simone from McKinley. You met her today. She's she's of Cajun ancestry, 40 years coaching, and truly a coaching legend in the state.
Did a pretty great job today against Mandeville with her McKinley Panthers. A definite underdog that hung in there until the final whistle, but just didn't have enough in there to pull off the upset, but a great job by her with those McKinley Panthers. And you can also check that game out on Channel 13. Sullivan with it. Takes a shot on goal, and it almost finds its way in. Wide right.
A little scratching of the head after the miss. Ooh, I almost had that one, is the thought. Down, soon to be under 14 minutes to go in this one.
Gilliard. Really, everyone has been back defensively for DeRidder all night. The only threat that they have offensively is Nava, and they try to send those balls down and let Nava chase them down. Has not worked tonight.
He was close a few times early. You could hear that excitement in your voice knowing he had an opportunity, but the ball never bounced his way, and at times it was the defense. At times it was the way the ball bounced. It didn't happen this evening for the Dragons, although right now at 30 yards out, a shot.
That one's well wide. And a goal kick for Lakeshore now.
A rare
occurrence. There we go. There we go. Looks like Cole Krieger is going to take it for the Titans here.
So for you at home playing along with the word game, rare means not very often. Common means happening a lot.
There we go.
We gave you your ELA activity for the evening.
We're doing it all.
Learning to last a lifetime. Channel 13 and the St. Tammany Parish Public Schools. Look at this effort here.
Stanworth, he's got two. 2 goals. He's not going to make it 3 here. He gets knocked off the ball. Collision, no call for a foul, and a throw-in.
Well.
Referee conferencing with Ryan Miller there. And we're ready for play. Throw in to Vidal. Erpelding on him. Nice move. Spin move into the box. Dollar settles down. Villars. Dribbler into the box. Dollar. Can't find it.
Well, a lot of time for that ball just to be bouncing there and no one to go get it.
Good move, Ben Nieto. He's played a pretty nice game.
Yes, he has. A whistle and a foul. A rare whistle tonight.
Passed on that far sideline and out of bounds off of Kirk Duhan of DeRidder. Long run, Ryan Miller. And a really nice play by Duhan to knock Miller off the ball and take back possession. But as it has been all night, Lakeshore quick to take it back. Sullivan with Gilliard on him in the corner. Lots of physical play there.
A little jostling. No call.
Fans appreciate the effort of Ben Nieto there. Those fans making the trip from DeRidder. Morrow finds Miller on the other side. Nice play, Jake Prather. Deep throw as Lakeshore takes their time getting to this one before they throw it in. 9 minutes to play. Throw. Outside of the box. Paulson. Nice move. Again, nice defense from Nieto. And now the Dragons getting into their offensive set. Headed by Roadhorst. Nice slide to keep it in. Another nice effort from Erpelding. This is the longest offensive possession for DeRidder all night. But it ends just like that. And now numbers for the Titans. And a whistle behind the play, it looks like.
This is a delayed whistle. It's like play went down this way and then back the other way, and they're coming back here now. I don't know. I think it went out of bounds. No, they some kind of foul or.
Nonetheless, a DeRidder free kick. Quickly cleared by the Titans. Paulson and the Titans back on the attack. Trying to find Dollar, and Dollar just can't get a foot on it. Foot race for it. And they'll shield Dollar from the ball. That was Bailey Sexton doing a nice job there. Got Tier to throw in. Into the box, scooped up by C.J. Denning. Try to catch him off guard there. Denning wasn't having it. Handball there. Yep. Michael Roadhorst to take this one from about 37 yards out. Sends it down, headed up. Both teams can't track it down. Dollar loses it. Duhan. Titans just melting some time off this clock. But DeRidder really improving their defense. And there wasn't much to improve on. They played a pretty nice first half, but they've stepped up these last 20, 25 minutes. They'll clear it down. About 5 minutes to play here, and the Lakeshore Titans will yet again, and that's another common occurrence, the Titans advancing to the second round of the playoffs. Last year, a quarterfinal loss to St. Thomas More. They look to improve on that finish this year. And maybe, as there's a nice save from C.J. Denning, maybe with some help along the way and some upsets, they can make it to Tad Gormley for the first time in school history.
Yeah, foul called.
It's going to be Kevin Erpelding from 40 yards out here. 5 Dragons up. Erpelding can't find any of them. Villars able to control it. Across the field, Stanworth, and a shot to the head of a DeRidder Dragon. That time they'll play on, much to the chagrin of these DeRidder fans. It looked like it was John Gatier who went down. We'll see if he's able to get up here.
We have a timeout with about 3:20 to go in this one. 3-0.
We come back in here, throw in for Lakeshore out of the injury timeout. John Gatier able to get off the field under his own power, so very happy to see that. This one kicked down as Joseph Collins, about 20 yards off his line, finally picks that ball up after kicking it back into the box. That'll be out of bounds. Lakeshore throw in upcoming. We are now in stoppage time. We're going to have some added to that due to that injury to John Gatier, but I wouldn't expect too much. A very clean game by both teams, and the officials have done a pretty good job tonight. So we won't see too much more soccer tonight at Lakeshore. And the Lakeshore Titans are going to advance to the second round, 13 seed. And the DeRidder Dragons are going to go home, and their season is over. After a 9-13-2 campaign, the Titans improved to 13-5-2 on the season. Collins able to scoop it up and then roll it right out to Krieger. And that is going to do it tonight. Lakeshore eliminates DeRidder. The final score tonight is the Lakeshore Titans 3 and the DeRidder Dragons 0. We'd like to thank the people that brought you tonight's game, starting with our superintendent, Mr. Trey Fultz, our director of broadcasting, Dr. Melody Swain, cameraman tonight, Dave the Rave Williams, alongside me, Charles Tiger Edwards. I'm John Sartori. Thanks for watching, everybody. We will see you next time. Sartori time is now officially over, and you are now leaving the prep zone.